You probably know that clocks tick faster at higher altitudes than at lower altitudes, and this video explains how that works at the quantum level. In an atomic clock, energy is inserted into an atom, and when the electron shell has been saturated, emits a photon, marking an increment in time. Einstein's equations of relativity describe a lattice which fills every part of space. In this image, the top illustration represents the space-time fabric in deep space. The bottom illustration shows where the space-time fabric is stretched in the area surrounding where it is compacted into places like planets and stars. In this illustration, the electron shell is represented by 6 points in the space-time fabric, in the vertical direction coming out from the planet or star's core. So while an electron shell ticks at one rate in deep space, it ticks at a slower rate when on or near the surface of a planet because the fabric of space is stretched. This means the electron shell is stretched also, so it takes more time to fill and saturate it and force a photon to be emitted and mark an increment in time. Now, while there are more points in the horizontal direction, the fact is that these electrons are moving at 137th the speed of light, which means they can't cut corners, so are forced into wider electron shells relative to Euclidean space. This also explains the neutral H problem in the Sun's photosphere. In the Sun, neutral hydrogen exists with massive energies which is impossible on Earth. It is a problem which has baffled and troubled physicists and cosmologists for decades. But because the fabric of space is stretched much more near the Sun, it means their electron shells are stretched to thousands of times wider in the Sun's environment than they would be on Earth, therefore able to contain thousands of times much more energy than they would be able to on Earth before being converted. This also explains why NASA can't get humans past the low orbit radiation barrier on Earth. Our biological bodies are designed to function on low Earth orbit and begin to dysfunction quite soon if we try to leave low Earth orbit. And for anybody who still believes that men went to the moon because Big Bang time travel pseudoscientists say that you're a knobhead or an idiot if you don't believe them, here's what NASA are currently saying.
To be to destinations beyond Earth orbit. Right now, we only can fly in Earth orbit. That's the farthest that we can go. And this new system that we're building is going to allow us to go beyond and hopefully take humans into the solar system to explore. So the moon, Mars, asteroids, there's a lot of destinations that we could go to.
The kinds of technologies that we're testing out on Space Station are definitely helping us with our goals of going beyond low Earth orbit.
But as you can see, when you understand the quantum structure of the space-time fabric, this is never going to happen. Humans are never going to leave low Earth orbit in human bodies, in metal spaceships, unless we can figure out how to stretch the fabric of space itself. And you can probably understand why my theory of everything, which despite all the hype and clickbait, is the only theory of everything around. Why it is repeatedly taken down and censored. It is the only one which unifies, fixes and explains everything in physics, which destroys the Big Bang and particle model and will overhaul these industries worldwide if or when the truth gets to the public.